Well, it only took me 3 days to edit the last video. Holy crap. Although I think I figured it out and left off. I actually recorded about an hour of footage yesterday, but only the first 10 minutes was really usable. We'll just go ahead and continue where I left off, huh? So we've got Trigun here. Trigun the movie. Excellent movie. It's also an excellent series as well, and an even better manga. Sailor Moon R, the movie, which I haven't actually seen, believe it or not. I need to watch it. Got the second volume of the second series of the TV series based off of Ghost in the Shell. Just random. I found it in a Goodwill. Completely out of order. And then we've got Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie on DVD. This is the DTS surround version. So, in theory, I don't even need either of those anymore. And this one is a special little section. This is bootlegs or suspected bootlegs. FBI, open up! This right here, this logo. If you see this, it is a bootleg. 100% of the time, if you see that logo, it is a boot. That is a Hong Kong bootleg production company. That's all they do, is they make bootlegs. Although I'm going to show you kind of something interesting here. So this is one of the earlier releases by this Hong Kong company. And they do all their stuff in English because it's for sale on eBay to the American market. Keep your room organized. And I actually found these in Goodwills not knowing that they were bootlegs. If I had known they were bootlegs, I would not have purchased them. Taken them for free after explaining they were bootlegs, maybe. But buying them, no. I don't feel comfortable buying bootlegs knowingly. But I got ripped off, essentially. They look fairly professional, although if you notice the artwork on them, that's not official artwork. It's not something that Ken Akamatsu drew himself. It's apparently they have had access to a silkscreen printer and screen printed their DVDs after they finished making them. It's hard to get this in focus with my fat fingers in the way. There we go. But there's a key feature of this disc. Yeah. That is a burned disc. Now, interestingly enough, I may have never known, and a little bit of research online will show that there's other instances of people calling these guys out. But this one, I actually found this in the Goodwill. This one I found in kind of a thrift store that they're not a traditional thrift store. They buy storage lockers and they just sell everything they get in the storage locker out of a building. It is, honest to God, my favorite thrift store. It's like going and buying storage lockers all the time, and then I only have to pay for what I want. Some of the shit I have found there, I cannot even tell you. More than half of my total anime collection came from that one place. This, and this. Yeah. Pretty much all of them. Pretty nutsoid. Just how many? Oh, also, this, and this, all found there. and this, and this. Can't remember whether I found the Trigun there or not, but all the bootlegs were found there too, except for this one, which I found at the Goodwill. So a lot of my anime comes from one single store, and I'm not going to tell you where that store is, because I'm not a fucking moron.
You're an idiot!
I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. You know, I'm a nice guy. I'll give out hints and tips. I'll tell you, like, if you want Laserdiscs, find a half-price books. You will find Laserdiscs, and they will be cheap. But I'm not going to tell you where my half-price books is. That kind of thing. It's like you don't poop where you eat. And if I tell you guys all my haunts, and that right there is the secret. See, it's a bootleg, but this isn't silk screened. This is a professionally pressed disc. And this time they actually used artwork by Takahashi, so looks pretty legit enough that the guys at the Goodwill were like, yeah, this doesn't look fake, because they actually do. I mean, I find bootlegs and shit at there all the time. I usually don't buy them, but I thought this was legit. I bought this one before I got this. Then I did research on this, and I was rather disappointed because the quality is just absolutely terrible, because it's both movies on a single layer DVD. Because I don't think this is a dual layer DVD. And anytime you see all coded, ugh. But yeah, bootleg, and here's another bootleg. Yeah, look at that, and that is fan art. This one is the Love Hina again, right? But it's also the specials and Love Hina 25, the one with where Motoko goes kind of insane. But this one also has it. So it's like they forgot that they included it, but yeah, it's the extra episode, but it was in their first set. Anyways. Frickin' Hong Kong bootlegs. This one, I'm not sure whether it's a Hong Kong bootleg or if it's actually just a legit Hong Kong release. But it's actually worse quality than those bootlegs, than these guys, by a fair margin. Because it's all 52 episodes, the entire series. The entire series in this single little case. And when you see how many DVDs it is, you're gonna just, your heart's gonna sink. 52 episodes on 4 discs. You know, it gets worse, because I buy a lot of stuff from that thrift store, and some of these bootlegs, and like I said, I'm not sure if this is a bootleg, because this might actually be legit. It just may be from a East Asian country. And looking at the date on it, I mean, it's entirely possible this is a legit release, and the reason it's so crappy is because the technology at the time just wasn't good enough to do what they were trying to do with the budget they had. I mean, I don't know. This one is the one, I really have no clue. It could be, it could not be. But it's got the quality of a bootleg. This, on the other hand, I know for a fact it's a bootleg. It's a very well-made Hong Kong bootleg. There's an entire box set of them. I mean, it's all of Dragon Ball, and I think Dragon Ball Z in like 6 of these. But the thing of these is, it is incredibly well made. I mean, it's not perfect. This disc was double pressed when they did it. It's pressed just like the better bootleg here. It's really good quality, but it's just it throws up all the red flags, because you've got all coded region, and Chinese and English subtitles. And there's so many episodes in this set, but the quality of the actual video is what you would expect from like a Japanese release. So That's another one that I am not entirely sure about. Although I have determined whether this is a bootleg or not, I want the full set. If it's well made enough, I don't really care. I mean, I care, but I don't care. So I think that's it for the bootlegs. I'll put all those back in a bit. This is the collector's box for the American release of Azumanga. I got it for $10 at Half Price Books. And it only came with the first volume. So I paid $10 for just the first volume. But I had you don't come across that box very often, and I happen to have these. So it's like, I gotta get it. So, I mean, I want the whole set, and I'll get it eventually, and I'll have the nice box that goes with it.
That's all I need.